There's been like 5 of them.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Yep. In fact, there will only ever be one Blade because it's official. Mahershala Ali has walked away from Blade. Welcome, Broken World Entertainment, and yes, this news is just broken that Mahershala has officially quit from Blade. The movie that was never going to happen, and he's pretty much taking shots where it's saying Mahershala Ali confirms Blade X. It says his move on as he's moved on. Oopsie poosies. As Marvel Studios didn't want to do it. So this isn't him saying we couldn't figure it out and we had great ideas and it was going to go this way and I think it's time someone else takes over. He's flat out saying Marvel didn't want to do it. So I find that very interesting that he's saying that. I wonder if he has something where he gets paid or something anyway, because this guy gave up 7 years of his life for this movie to happen. That's not exaggerating or anything. 7 long years. He's done one thing in that 7 years, and that was Jurassic World Rebirth, because it was like he got tired of waiting and just went, hey, the Blade movie, is that happening? They were like, we don't have a script done yet. Cool, I'm going to do Jurassic World. And since then, he's pretty much done nothing. So let's take a look at this article, because this is insane. Like, that you could not come up with a Blade movie. The most simplest concept out there. Put a guy in a trench coat with swords and guns, have him kill vampires. And they couldn't figure that out. And this comes hot on the heels of only last night the announcement was officially made that Wonder Man Season 2 has been cancelled as well. Which is interesting, being the fact that, of course, it was greenlit for Season 2, but, it was so goddamn successful and popular. Season 2 seemed redundant. Just like Damon Lindelof's Watchmen. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just that nobody fucking watched it because they were running with the whole narrative of, but it was received really well from the 5 people who watched it. But it's saying here, in 2019, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige wrapped up the studio's Hall H panel by announcing that Mahershala Ali would lead a new Blade movie. The project went through multiple writers and directors, and even a saga defined by quantity over quality. It somehow never happened. During a recent interview, Feige seemed to make light of Blade's struggles when he said that he feels like a gigantic loser and failure that we didn't get off the ground with Mahershala. That right there, that statement was pretty much the catalyst of they're not moving forward with this, because he's saying it's unfortunate we never got off the ground with Mahershala. Not that, hey, we're gonna still try and work on stuff and hopefully we can get it done. No, they said like, oh, it's unfortunate we never got off the ground. So Ali, however, doesn't appear to see the funny side. In an interview with GQ, the Oscar winner confirmed that he's exited Blade and placed the blame squarely on Marvel Studios for not wanting to move forward with the reboot. Ali also made it clear that he's done answering questions about the unmade movie. The dude is pissed. That is absolutely certain now. It's like, this isn't the, oh, we left on mutual terms or something. This is like, he is pissed and he is calling them out. So, asked if Blade is any closer to becoming a reality, the actor replied, not with me. The best way I can answer this question is, when I look at what is for me, is it was either this or that, and I'll take this. No offense to them, I've been doing this professionally for pushing 30 years now, and one thing I've learned is that what is for you, and what is not. For whatever reason, that project is not for me. That's one hell of a change. Now you can see where he's trying to no offense to them, but the fact that he's flat out saying like they didn't want to make it. He continued, if they wanted to do it, we would have done it. So I have to move on, and I have moved on. Your mother feels very much in alignment with the type of work I want to be known for. I have no idea what your mother thing is meant to be. I really don't want to be known for remakes. I'd love to do original work that resonates with people and impacts them in unique ways. That's an interesting statement, because then you just ask, so why did you ever sign on to be Blade? So, in case it wasn't clear, he went on to say that Blade isn't moving forward. Still, Ali seems happy to have put the skills he learned to play the vampire hunter to good use in Your Mother. Okay, so that's a movie by the sounds of it. A movie held by one-time Blade director Basmeen Tarki. I'm never sure how you pronounce that name. He was, I think, the last name that was attached to direct the movie before it all fell apart again. So, Ali also said, I'm good. Again, you had me under contract. They have billions of dollars. If they wanted to do the movie, we would have done the movie. So we're not doing the movie. When I look at this and Blade, I couldn't have done both. And the reason this even exists is because that project fell apart and Basman had the time, space, energy and focus to go and write this and then reapproach me. I was able to use those skills that I had been working on for over a year training for Blade. In that way, I feel creatively redeemed on some level, just in my own journey between me, myself and I. But I feel ready to move on from the Blade questions. Those questions are for them. They didn't want to do it, so they should answer that question. That is the biggest shade thrown there. That's not him going, oh, no offense to them and, blah, blah, blah. He's literally just said, they had me under contract. They've a studio filled with billions. If they wanted it to happen, it would have happened. That is quite telling. Now, I'm sure Marvel will come running out soon and say, we wanted it to happen, but Mahershala wanted control over the story and he just couldn't get it right and shit. I guarantee you will see that happening. But for everybody and anyone thinking Blade with Mahershala Ali is still on, not just is this official confirmation from the horse's mouth itself, that being Mahershala Ali, the shade he's just thrown at Marvel is quite very telling. The fact that he's like, if they wanted it to happen, it would have happened. I was under contract. They had the money. They have the resources. And they all clearly didn't want to do it. Insane. But what do you guys think? Number one, are you shocked about this? Nobody's shocked about this. Are you convinced that one word that was ever said is the truest word?
There's been like 5 of them.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Let me know. And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.